Hi guys, welcome to Flip the Deck Tarot. Today's pick a card reading is going to be for my singles out there. We're going to find out all about your next big relationship. So we're going to be talking about the next significant relationship that you're in, finding out about who this person is and what your relationship with them is going to be like. So we have 4 readings to choose from today. For reading number 1, we have this Lover's card, and this card is from the Light Seers Tarot. For reading number 2, we have the Lover's card from the Pastel Magic Tarot. For reading number 3, we have the Lover's card from the Rainbow Moon Tarot. And finally, for reading number 4, we have the Lover's card from the Muse Tarot. So go ahead and pick whichever card you feel most called to. Your reading will be done with the tarot deck that corresponds with the card that you choose. So keep that in mind. If you feel drawn to more than one of these, then feel free to pick both, and you might get some insight into your upcoming relationship from each of the readings. Yeah, I think that's about it for the intro of this. I'm going to go ahead and leave your timestamps in the description box and then jump in with reading number 1, and I will see you in your reading. Hi, number 1. If you were drawn to the Light Seers Tarot, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out all about your next big relationship. So let's jump right into this reading and look at 2 of your oracle cards. I actually wanted to find out what you like the most about this person. So this can be things that you initially like about them, things that draw you to them at first, or things that you continue to like about them through your relationship. So let's look at these cards and see. Okay, so first we have this Don Juan card. That's actually really funny. I think this person is very suave, and of course you like that. Of course you do. They're very, very charming. Let's look at your other card. And we also have Servant. Okay. Very interesting energy, and I can actually see why you would be drawn to a person like this, because if you think about just the Don Juan energy, just that suave, kind of like sensual and romantic energy, this person's definitely a charmer. And I think sometimes a person who knows how to say all the right things at the right time and really sweep someone off their feet, a lot of times they're not very genuine, or we don't expect them to be. But on the other side, this person has these qualities of the servant. Like, they have these qualities of wanting to take care of people. So I think that this person is very sexy. It's kind of interesting that you were drawn to this Lover's card, because this is a very like sensual card. So I think that that kind of is very telling about this relationship that you're going to be going into. This person is very sexy, and they're nice looking. They're very well put together. They like to dress nicely. They maybe always have their hair done, or something like that. And they're very, very charming. So I do think initially you are drawn to this person, probably because of a lot of their physical attributes. But what's funny about this is I'm picking up on the fact that, like, I think that what makes you be really drawn to them at first is the fact that they make romantic gestures toward you. Like, they go above and beyond to charm you. They do everything that they can. They come up with, literally, this is like the kind of stuff straight out of movies and like romance novels. Like, this person comes up with the type of romantic gestures that you didn't really think existed in real life, or that maybe under any other circumstances you thought were a little bit cheesy, but it's like somehow when they do it, it's not cheesy at all. Like, you love to have this person's attention on you, and they love to give it to you. That's like the energy I'm picking up from this. They're the type of person that really catches everyone's attention as soon as they walk into the room. So there's no question about why you are initially drawn to them. But I think what really keeps you interested is the fact that they have such a good heart. So I'm also seeing that this person is really like, I'm wondering if you know this person already. So for these readings, it can be really interesting. Like, you are single right now, but you might have someone in your life that you have your eye on, or someone that like there's a possibility of something starting with. This is somebody who might drive a really nice car, or they might have like a distinct car in some way. Like, it's some kind of bright, flashy color, or it's like all custom or something like that. Like, they put a lot of time and energy and focus into their outward appearance in the world, and they always have things like really nice. Like, they have everything really pulled together, and they just have this way of attracting a lot of attention. But it's like, the surprising part is how generous they are and how giving they are. So they are definitely the type of person that appreciates nice things for themselves, but I think that like they're just not shallow at all. Like, they love to give to others just as much, if not more, than they like to give to themselves. So through these romantic gestures that they make toward you, you start to see that about them right away. Like, you see how much joy they get from giving to you and paying attention to you and making sure that your needs are met and trying to please you any way that they can. I think what's really important about this person too is that's coming through is like, when you see how they interact with their family, it really changes your initial opinion of them. Like, I don't think you have a bad opinion of them. I think that actually this person does catch your eye. They really catch your attention, and you're intrigued. But at the same time, you might not see them as somebody who like you would want to be in a relationship with, because you like at first you're not really sure about what's beneath all of the showiness and all of the flashiness. And it's not that they're overly showy, it's just that they really do have themselves put together, and they're very attractive. But I feel like for a lot of you, a turning point in this relationship is when you see them interact with their family, maybe even with their friends, and I think in some cases even with acquaintances or with strangers on the street. Like, you might be blown away at how giving they are and how attentive they are. Like, they may like help somebody out that they like, someone just asked them like if they can spare $1 or something like that, and they're very caring, and they will go above and beyond to help those around them. This is the type of person that's always doing for others. So I think this is someone who might have a strong connection to their family. This might be somebody who's very, very close with their mother or their father or grandparents or something like that. And they're always like going out of their way to make sure that their family is well taken care of. Very close-knit family. I feel like you see this person interact with like maybe their nieces and nephews, or their cousins, their parents, and you see how loving they are, you see how gentle they are, you see how kind they are, and you see how much they prioritize those people in their life that are important to them and that are close to them. And it feels like they are the type of person that lets you fall right into that group really early on. Like, they make it clear that they want to give to you and be as devoted to you as they are to some of these other really important people in their life. So they put you up on that pedestal. And that's what's interesting about this person, because they I think that this could be the type of person that at first glance kind of appears, they kind of appear like the sort of person that puts themselves on a pedestal, or like that's an initial impression that you could get from this person, but it's actually not true at all. Like, they actually are way more giving when it comes to giving to others. So let's pull a couple of cards and see what else you might like about this person or about this relationship in general. It can be the entire relationship. So we have cold brew. Let's get one more. It's funny because the energy of God. Okay, the energy of cold brew is really, it's like a very energetic. It's an alive energy. So this person is vivacious. They are active, really like a social person, and they energize you. The energy around them is, it's bright, it's fun, it's happy. I think this is someone you can have a lot of fun with. They are a lot of fun. I think this is somebody too who has a lot of interests. So they're a very interesting person. They have a lot of experiences to share, a lot of like hobbies, a lot of like, they just know random facts. They like to share with you random facts. They don't do it I don't think it's like in a cocky way. I think you enjoy it. Like it's very enlightening. You get to learn a lot about them, and they may be well traveled and have a lot of experiences to share with you. So it's just really fun to be around them. Their enthusiasm is a joy, and they just bring a lot of enthusiasm to everything that they do. For some of you, like this will resonate for some, but for some you have a shared love of coffee. Like you and this person are going to connect over your shared love of coffee. If you hate coffee, this is not a message for you. It might not be coffee, but maybe some other drink. Maybe you're a tea drinker, or maybe, you know, something you really enjoy, but it's like the two of you are going to connect, and your interests and your preferences are going to overlap in some way. This can also be an indication that like you might meet this person for a coffee date in the beginning of your relationship or something. Like try to keep it real casual, like we'll just stop for some coffee or whatever. So that can be like a little hint at some of the activities that you might participate in together. I'm also hearing that like this might be the person who brings you, like this is the type of person that always brings you your favorite coffee, your favorite drink. Like if you have like a favorite Starbucks drink or something, this person, they're very thoughtful, they're very intuitive, and they'll just like know when you want your drink, and they'll just show up with it and always get the order right. Again, if it's not coffee, it's like your favorite drink or your favorite treat. They like to treat you in that way. They like to just show up and bring you exactly what you needed, exactly what was on your mind. They just do thoughtful things like that is kind of the point. Now, we also have this pickle card, so I'm just going to go ahead and let your imagination run wild in terms of what this could mean about something you like about this person, because I'm really over here trying to keep it PG, but Spirit obviously has other plans, so we'll just let you take care of that one. I will say, I think that the physical side of your relationship is going to be fabulous, and I will just leave it at that. Another way I could interpret this message, just in case we don't want to go there, this person is someone who's always there for you when you're in a tough spot or when you're in some kind of jam. Like, they will be there to help you sort it out. And that's kind of the same energy as like that person that shows up with your favorite drink. Like, they just know, like when you need them, they just know you need them, and they will show up. They will devote their time and energy to helping you in whatever way you need. So let's look at some tarot and kind of like see what your relationship with this person is going to be like. What is number one's relationship going to be like? Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Ten of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't think it was going to be all this. Okay, Five of Wands and the Hierophant. What do we have on the bottom of the deck? The Chariot on the bottom of the deck. Let's take that as well. Okay, so the first thing that jumped out at me as soon as that Queen of Pentacles came out is like, you are treated like a king or a queen, just however you identify, however you would want to be treated in a relationship. You are treated like royalty in this relationship. You're treated like somebody who really matters. I feel like let's go ahead and put your card down here too. You all kind of get the Lovers card as a bonus. It only makes sense to me. You're treated like royalty in this relationship. You're really treated like somebody who is significant. And that's kind of what I was saying before. Like, this person makes space for you in their life immediately. They let you know that they are interested in you, and they're interested in like taking care of you the same way that they do for their family and for those that mean a lot for them. It just kind of comes naturally to them. Now, I do think that for a lot of you, this relationship could be literally like the relationship. This could be your future spouse. So that's never clear or like sure going into this. This could be a very significant relationship in your life, but it might not be lasting. In your case, this is definitely a lasting relationship, whether you do choose to get married or not. This is a relationship that's going to be in your life for a long time. Like, this person's going to be in your life for a long time. The Ten of Cups is really about fulfillment, and it's about family. It's about having that total love and support from somebody. So that's how you feel in this relationship. This is certainly somebody that you're going to be able to see yourself starting a family with, having children with. Another thing I think is really important is, like, this feels like the kind of relationship where you are totally free to be you. You're free to pursue your own interests, to have your own friends, to have your own hobbies and time to yourself. And when the two of you are together, it's like a bonus. I think that this person is really great about making you feel like that. Like, they're great about making you feel included in their life, and then also like they have their own thing going. So you both have a very independent nature about you, and your life together does not it doesn't spoil that. Like, it doesn't make it so that you lose yourself, is I think what I'm trying to say. You both still maintain a very strong sense of your independence and of who you are as individuals before you come together in this couple, which is just absolutely great. Absolutely great, because I think a lot of times we lose ourselves in relationships, especially one that looks like as big and as significant as this relationship is. So I definitely get the feeling that this is somebody that you will share a home with. With this Queen of Pentacles energy, this is someone that you will live with. And I don't think, I'm trying to see, like, do I think that this is something that happens rather fast? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think this is someone that you will eventually live with, but it doesn't feel like anything that you rush into. You did kind of like finish this out with the bottom of the deck energy being the Chariot. So what I think about this is not necessarily that this relationship develops overly quickly or in a way that anyone would be concerned with. This isn't the type of thing where your family pulls you aside and says, "Are you sure about this?" This is all moving really fast. I think that it feels like the timing is right. It feels like the timing is appropriate, and it's something you're comfortable with. So this doesn't move faster than you are comfortable with, but it does feel like the type of relationship that moves. It feels like the type of relationship that is not stagnant. It's not one that leaves you wondering. It's not one where you're like, are they going to call me back? What's going on here? There's movement. So even if you're not moving to a place of marriage or of living together like overly quickly, I think you always have the sense that there's progress in the relationship, that there is movement, that it's going somewhere. It's like, it's not the energy of like, am I wasting my time? I feel like you never have that thought in this relationship that you're wasting your time, because things are happening at the appropriate pace for you. We do have this Five of Wands energy, and the Five of Wands can be about some challenges and some difficulties. Pretty much every card that you have here is absolutely gorgeous, and the Five of Wands is the only card that suggests any kind of difficulty or strife. So this can just kind of be an indication that, like, it's not all rosy, it's not all like all rainbows, which is what's in the Ten of Cups. Like, it's not all rainbows. Like, relationships have their challenges, they have their ups and downs. There might be certain insecurities or certain things that need to be worked through in this relationship, but it's something that you move past. That card's being followed up by the Hierophant. So I think for a lot of you, this really is about marriage for you. The fact that these cards came out one after the other, there could be some sort of conflict around the idea of marriage. Maybe you're somebody who isn't traditional and they are, or vice versa. So that could be where the conflict comes in. It could be that one person wants to do things in a very traditional way and they actually want to get married, and the other person's like, I'm fine just being together, I'm fine just living together. There could be conflict over that in this relationship, or really anything, but it doesn't look like there's an overwhelming amount of conflict. I think the two of you get along very well. Very, very well. Like, I think you just have your, like, you might have your moments, but with the Hierophant, we're talking about tradition, and it's a card of marriage. It really is a card of marriage. So if that's something that you're on the same page about, being traditional in that way and actually getting married to this person, I think that it's likely something that both of you have on your mind. It's something that both of you see right from the beginning, because you see this relationship progressing, you see it moving forward, you see that that momentum that it has. So yeah, I think that also the emotional connection is so on point with this Ten of Cups coming out for you. And one thing I'm noticing is, like, if you look at the expressions on the faces of the people in these cards. Like these, for example, a lot of happiness and laughter. This is somebody who really makes you laugh and makes you feel joyful. Very, very joyful and at peace. I get a really peaceful energy from the Queen of Pentacles in this deck. So I think there's a lot of peace in this relationship. I want to pull some romance angel cards and just see if there's more messages for you. Oh, you have worth waiting for. I feel like that really is the energy here, because all of this joy and everything, this might be a situation where you feel like this relationship took a long time to come to fruition. It might, I just dropped a card for you guys. It might, let's see what fell out. I was only going to take one more, but two more fell out. It might be that both of you have like put in your fair share of work when it comes to trying to nail down a connection like this. And once you meet this person, you're like, yeah, it took a little longer than I wanted, but it was totally worth the wait. You have true love and make the effort. And I feel like make the effort is just the perfect card to let you know how this person, how they feel about you and how they treat you, because that's kind of the energy I was picking up on. This is a person who will make the effort. Like, they will make moves towards you. They will keep you in the Chariot energy and make sure that this relationship is progressing. You're gonna feel like you're brought into like the fold, is how I want to say it. Like, you're brought into their family. You're made a part of their family really early on, whether that's like actual relatives or their friend group or something, but the people who are closest to them, they're going to be inviting you into that circle very early on, and they really make the effort. A little bit about physical appearance. This is I feel like this person has dark hair. This is the type of person that would be described as tall, dark, and handsome. That's kind of a description for a male. So if the partner that you have in mind is not male, then think like very dark features, sultry. I feel like for a lot of you that's the vibe that this person gives. A very sensual, they have like a very sensual essence about them. Probably a fire sign, to be honest with you, or has strong fire placements, because they seem like they're giving me like King or Queen of Wands energy. Like, very vibrant and vivacious, energized, and like people flock to them. People flock to them. So in terms of recognizing this person, like they have this sultriness to them. They have something that draws you in, probably very dark and mysterious, deep eyes that it's like you're reaching their soul through their eyes. Like you feel that kind of connection with this person. And there's passion between you for sure. That was immediately apparent from like the very first oracle card. There's a lot of passion in this relationship. I think you were drawn to this card for a reason. That's a super passionate depiction of the lovers. I think you were drawn to this for a reason. So yeah, that's kind of all the messages I see for you. It looks like an exciting relationship. It looks like the type of relationship that's going to be very long lasting and really make you feel loved and supported on every level. So it's like you've got the passion, you've got the emotion, you've got the stability. I think the two of you create a lot of abundance and you have a very abundant life together. Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, very abundant life, not only in terms of material success, but in terms of like family. Like I think there's a lot of kids in your future, unless that's not a direction that you want to go with your life. But like, yeah, I think that you have abundance coming from every angle in this relationship. So it's a very fulfilling relationship, and definitely one that if it took a little while to come in, you're gonna realize that it was totally worth waiting for. So yeah, I think I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you liked this reading, if it resonated with you, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye! Hi, number 2. If you were drawn to the Pastel Magic Tarot, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out all about your next big relationship. So let's jump right in with your oracle cards. I wanted to look at what you like most about this person. So we're going to look to these cards to kind of let us know what it is that initially draws you to this person, or what makes you really feel connected to this person, and what you just love about them from the beginning, and maybe even continue to love about them as your relationship progresses. So let's see what we have. We have Femme Fatale. Okay. Wow. And we have Prince. Okay. Whoa, that's weird. Okay. So with this Femme Fatale card, this is either someone who is very feminine and very sensual in their own femininity. And if you are interested in a feminine partner, then that's what you'd want to hear, I suppose. But this can also be someone who really appreciates and highlights your feminine aspects. So it can go either way. You just kind of take that as it resonates in terms of what kind of partner you are interested in being in a relationship with. But if this is like, let's say this is a male, for instance, and you are a female, this is somebody who really appreciates your femininity. They make you feel very beautiful and very, very seen. They kind of bring out a sensual side of you. It's just really funny. Like as I'm doing this, I'm thinking, because of like the card that came out for reading 1 was very similar to this, but a more masculine energy. So it's just interesting. Like this person has that same sort of suave vibe about them that reading 1 had. But this is really somebody who just like they appreciate you, and they make you feel safe, and they make you feel very sensual. I think what you love about this person, looking at this energy, is this is the type of person that makes you believe in love again. So the fact that that's coming through makes me think that you might have been disappointed 1 too many times, 2 too many times, 3 too many times when it comes to relationships or more. And I feel like this is the type of person that makes you believe in that kind of fairy tale love again. Um, I think that like this could be the sort of energy where it just never felt like you were getting what you deserve. And when this person comes into your life, it changes things for you. It changes your outlook when it comes to like if you are kind of in a relationship that is balanced or not. Like it feels like there is kind of more of a balance to this. There's like that it's really funny because all of these messages are coming through about this, because what I'm thinking is that this person is going to show up out of nowhere. So I'm getting more messages than I bargained for with these cards. I really want to find out what you love about them. And I'm seeing that, but in the process of that, I'm seeing how your relationship initially starts to unfold. And it's really, it's kind of what's being highlighted is that this person comes out of nowhere, or that this relationship comes out of nowhere. So this isn't a relationship that you expect to find. It might even be that this is a relationship with a person you never expected to be in a relationship with. Maybe somebody that you know, or someone that you have been acquainted with and you never thought it was going to be them. So the whole thing is very surprising to you. But what I think I'm seeing here is that I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think that you trust this person when you first meet them. I think that this person has this quality of seeming like they are too good to be true, and you might have some walls up when this person comes into your life. So at first, you don't really trust anything that they're doing or anything that they're saying. I think you look at this person like they're running some type of game. And it's like, you know, for a fact you're too smart to fall for it. That's kind of the energy I'm getting. As time goes on, and I don't even necessarily get the feeling that it's a lot of time. We're going to look in the tarot and I'll see what I can like pull out of that to give us an indication about how long it takes you to trust this person. I'm feeling like it doesn't really take you long, because I think that through repetition, because this is a persistent person, I feel like through repetition, this person shows you who they are, and they start breaking down those walls, and it just happens. Like you can't really control it. I don't think you really had the intention of trusting this person, of believing that what they say is true. But nevertheless, like it just seems like you are just kind of falling for them, maybe against your will in a lot of ways. Okay, my neighbor's being loud as usual, so I really hope that's not bothering you. I want to continue. This person's showing up as like a Prince Charming like type, and they don't have to be male to identify. Just like this femme fatale doesn't have to be female, this prince does not have to be male. So that's another thing that's like a little interesting about this reading, is there's a real balance of energies here between the masculine and the feminine. And I think this is something that you love about this person. This is something that I think draws you to them, because this is a person who knows how to be vulnerable. They know how to express their emotions, and they also know how to be very assertive when they need to be. Okay, sorry about that. I ended up having to turn the camera off because my neighbor's being really loud. So hoping we have a little bit of quiet now. Yes, this is a person who knows how to balance their own masculine and feminine energy. And another thing that's jumping out to me about this is that I think that the relationship between the two of you is very balanced. No matter which side of this equation you fall on, whether you're more masculine or more feminine, I think this is something that's really showing as a part of this relationship that you love, that your partner kind of balances you out. The areas where you may be lacking, or where you might not feel comfortable acting a certain way, this person steps in and is able to kind of fill in those gaps, and you play that same role for them. So I think there really is a beautiful balance of masculine and feminine energy within this person and also within this connection as a whole. You may be a person who feels like you're very balanced in that way. Like you have masculine parts of your being, your personality. You have ways where you are more aggressive and more assertive, and you have other ways where you're more gentle, and like you're a person that can really see that balance in you. If that's true about you, then this is something that like you two relate on. So I think it's that you're both very balanced individuals, and when you come together it creates a very balanced relationship. And I think it's the kind of relationship where you can honor the masculine and the feminine qualities in each other. And that's literally no matter like how you identify. This could be a relationship where there's two males or two females, and it's, you know, we all have aspects of masculine and feminine within us, so it's just about finding a balance of that within this connection. And I think that's definitely something that you do find here. So really, really beautiful energy here. I feel like this person, I feel like this is a person who is well known in their community. So this might be somebody that you even know of but haven't been personally acquainted with. This Prince Charming kind of aspect of them, and this princely aspect just by itself really tells me this is somebody who might have a lot of influence, someone who holds a decent amount of power. So probably somebody who is successful, somebody who has worked their way up to the top of their chosen profession, or is really well known in their circle, or in their profession. They might be the top. Yeah, this might be somebody who's achieved a lot. So I feel like when you're meeting this person, they're going to be at this high level of achievement, and there's a certain kind of power that they exude, kind of a boss-like energy. I feel like this is the type of person that is well connected and that will kind of use their connections to charm you. Like they have these connections at their disposal. So what I mean is like they're gonna do anything to win you over. Like if they can get into that exclusive restaurant that like nobody can get a table at, this is the type of person who's well connected. They know the manager, they know the owner or something like that, and they will like take you out on a really beautiful date. Or they'll plan some sort of exclusive like kind of private trip for the two of you, like something that like they have access to things that the average person wouldn't. I'm really picking up on that vibe, and it's like they will use all of this to their advantage to get your attention. And I think a lot of what initially attracts you to this person is their attraction to you. The fact that they will so heavily pursue you, the fact that they'll call in favors, you know, just to impress you. And that's whatever it looks like to you. Like, I think this is someone that will listen to you, and they'll try to pick up on subtle cues to figure out what's important to you, what's going to actually charm you. Do you want to go to that restaurant, or do you want to go on a private picnic, or do you like what would speak to you? And that's the kind of effort that this person will put into the relationship and into winning you over. I think that's how they do gain your trust. I think the more time you spend around them, the more romantic they are. Like, the more they know about you, the more they're able to charm you and to be romantic in this way. And really what I'm seeing most of all that you love about this person is you love how seen you feel around them. Like how well they listen to you, and how much they see you for who you are, and how cared for you are around them. You love that you can trust them, and that you can depend on them, and that you don't have to have full control over every aspect of the relationship, because I do think that this is the type of relationship that does, like, it feels like an equal give and take, and you don't have to be in any particular energy that you don't want to be in when you're with this person, because they will kind of like fill in the gap. They'll kind of pick up the slack in a way. Like, I feel like this is the type of person that will step in and handle things that come more naturally to them than they come to you. And this is probably something that you do for each other. So if there's like a problem that arises and one person has the skills to solve it, they will step in and kind of like be the person, be the one that handles that aspect of the relationship. So I think this is something that this person offers, and probably something you want to reciprocate because they are so caring in this way. I think they make it really easy for you to love them, and that balance of energy really, really makes it easy. So let's see what else comes up that you might love about this person or this relationship. So we have caverns. Let's pull one more card. Again, I apologize so much, you guys, for the noise. I just want to finish your reading, and my neighbor's doing some sort of construction, so it's not ideal, and I'm so sorry. We also have alpaca. Okay. Yeah. What you love about this relationship is that, first of all, this person's super gentle. This alpaca energy is very gentle. It's all about like this very soft, easy relationship. I think you feel really comfortable around this person, and things flow very naturally between the two of you. And that's partly because they are so kind and so caring and thoughtful when it comes to you. So there's a lot of ease here, and things unfold very naturally between the two of you. With the Caverns card, this is like a real indication that you love your alone time with this person. The time that the two of you spend together, just the two of you, is some of the most special and connected time that you spend. So it's like, sure, you love being around, you know, other people, maybe family, friends, whatever. I think that people love you together. Like they see that you bring out the best qualities in each other. But the two of you love escaping to just a quiet place and spending some time together. So I think there's great conversation here, and there's a lot that you have to explore and to discover about each other, and you love taking the time to do that. I think that what's important here is that you both view this relationship as something really sacred and something very personal. So this isn't a relationship that is for show. It's not for the world. It's not to please anybody but the two of you. And that's something that the two of you really connect on. And it's a very intimate connection that you share. So let's look into the tarot and see what your relationship with this person is going to be like. Now, I feel like we have already uncovered a decent amount of that, because for some reason, a lot of messages were coming through for you in the beginning of your reading. That was really meant to just tell me what you love about this person, but we got a lot more. So we have seen a little, but what is your relationship like with this person? Okay, we have the Six of Swords. We have the Three of Swords. Whoa. The King of Cups. I feel like the King of Cups is really kind of mirroring that Prince energy. This shows a different level of maturity than even the Prince card does. So yeah, this person is very mature. Six of Wands. I kind of love this energy. I'm like smiling because I'm seeing kind of how your story unfolds with this person. Queen of Swords. Let's get the bottom of the deck energy. Three of Wands. And we'll take that too. Okay. You know how I was talking about how, like, at first it might be a little bit difficult to trust this person? I feel like that energy came through in kind of the story of your connection, because we start out with the Six of Swords and the Three of Swords. And the Six of Swords is all about kind of traveling away from problematic issues, like problematic events and maybe a series of events in our lives, and moving to a place of more peace. So I can see with this Six of Swords, Three of Swords, the Three of Swords can be about heartbreak and hurt. So yeah, we were talking about potentially like, this is a connection where you kind of feel like you've been leading up to this, like it felt like you were disappointed in a lot of your previous relationships. And like when this person comes into your life, you don't even know if you can trust them or not initially, because you have kind of seen it all before. You've heard it all before. People have made promises before and not come through. People have acted like they were interested and then like didn't answer the phone, you know? So there might be a little bit of a wall up when this person first enters your life, but this shows that like a major part of the beginning of your relationship is you moving past any of that heartache, that pain, that resentment, past disappointments. It's you moving away from all of that. And I think this person, it's almost like, here's the answer. Why? Like, why did we move away from this Three of Swords energy? King of Cups. Like, King of Cups, because the King of Cups is emotional, because he's balanced, because he is supportive, because he leads in a very empathetic way. And I think that's what it is. This kind of energy of the King of Cups is the energy of someone who just leads you through loving you, like through showing you that it's safe and it's okay. They don't force anything on you. They don't try to rip those walls down that you had built up around your heart. They just show you that it's safe for those walls to come down. And I think that's kind of the energy of what how this relationship is. We have then the Six of Wands, the card of victory. So I do think that this relationship is going to feel like redemption for you. It's going to feel like you paid your dues, like you put up with a lot that you didn't necessarily want to, and now you're winning. You know, this is somebody you can plan with. This is somebody you have a future with. Three of Wands. This is a future. This is someone you definitely want to, you see this person in your life and you want to continue on with this person. I feel very strongly that your energy is coming through as the Queen of Swords. Don't worry so much about gender here. Like if your person's showing up as the King of Cups and you're showing up as the Queen of Swords, and maybe that's not how you identify, it's really more about energy, not about the gender that's being shown here. But it's like, I think you're very upfront and honest with this person. I think this is someone you can share a lot with and you can be honest with. And I think in the beginning of your relationship, that's probably a key component. You being very honest about how you feel. You might even straight tell them like, I don't really believe you, or I don't trust this, or I don't see this going anywhere. But this person does not give up. And I think there's a lot of love. Like there's a lot of mutual respect and love. So even if you are communicating to this person that you don't really see it going anywhere, that you're not ready for a relationship, because I feel like it's more that energy, like I'm not really ready for a relationship, or I'm not looking for anything serious. And this person's like, well, I am. Like, I'm serious about you. And that's kind of like how this unfolds. Yeah, this is a lasting relationship, ending on that Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is the energy of like moving into the future. It's about working together as a team and about expanding. So this is a relationship, obviously, that's going to be in your life for a while. Yeah. I'm not seeing any like clear indication of exactly how you might want to define this relationship, but this is definitely something lasting. Let's see what cards came out. So we have getting to know each other. I feel like that's a really important component, because I think this person needs to get to know you on a deep level, needs to understand you on a deep level. And I think that's important to you. Like that, this is why you're showing up as the Queen of Swords. You're showing up as somebody who wants to communicate and express who you are, and like kind of what your expectations are, like kind of what your love language is in a way. And this person's actually somebody who will listen. You also had the chemistry card come out. Definite sparks flying. Definite sparks flying here. This is actually like such a beautiful connection, and I think the beauty of it extends past the actual, like the connection between the two of you, because this feels like the type of connection that heals past wounds, that like makes up for past disappointments. And I think that you're gonna see like those failed connections and those failed relationships, and those relationships that didn't have the love, they didn't have the emotion, they didn't have the communication. It's like you are redeemed here, and like you learned so many lessons through all of that, that at the end of it, you probably wouldn't trade it for anything, because you're now in this, like this Prince Charming, this King of Cups energy. That couldn't be any more perfect, because I know this is just the Prince card, but no, this person's coming through as Prince Charming. So I think there's like a fairy tale aspect to this person. For some reason, I'm drawn to the beard on the King of Cups, and like the beard that in this chemistry card. So like if you are interested in a male partner, that might be like something that catches your eye right away. They might have a beard or some kind of scruff on their face, or some kind of like distinct facial hair type of situation going on, or that could describe you. That's just for some of you. That won't resonate for everyone, but like if you're super attracted to a bearded man, that's like coming through really strong here. I guess from what we can see of the prince, I think he is clean shaven. But for one thing is for sure with this person, they are romantic. Romantic gestures galore with this person. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. That's all the messages I see for you. Really exciting relationship. Very sweet relationship, and certainly one where there's a lot of chemistry, there's a lot of connection, there's a lot of emotion. And I'm telling you, this person isn't going to give up on you. Like this person is not going to leave you high and dry. And even if you are resistant at first, and just really don't trust them, or really aren't ready for a serious committed relationship, they will woo you until they win you over. And I feel like that chemistry's there right from the beginning. So it's not like you're not attracted to them, or like you don't like them. I think it's like it's past issues that might be a little bit of a hang up for you. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you liked this reading, don't forget to like it, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you in another reading really soon. Bye. Hi, number 3, if you were drawn to the Rainbow Moon Tarot deck, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out all about your next big relationship. So let's jump right in with your oracle cards. I wanted to take a look at what it is that you love about this person. What parts of their personality are you most drawn to initially, and maybe even things that you continue to see in them and to love about them as your relationship progresses. I have to say right off, I apologize for any background noise. Please bear with me. There's some construction going on next door, and it's it's very frustrating, and I'm trying to film in between, but I don't seem to be able to time it right, and I don't think there is an in-between. I think it's all the time. So I'm so sorry. So let's get into your oracle cards. Okay, so we have Angel first. So we're looking at what you love about this person. And we also have Scribe. Okay. Wow. Okay, this person, yeah, they seem like an angel to you. They seem very sweet. They may even seem like heaven sent. It might be something that you say like, oh my gosh, like the universe must have sent me this person. God must have sent me this person. I think for some of you, you might even have the feeling that maybe like a loved one that has passed on, like this person is handpicked by like let's say by your grandmother or something like that. Like they seem too perfect. They seem like they have all of the qualities that someone who really loves and cares about you would choose exactly for you. So this person's sensitivity and their kind heart is something that you love about them initially, and something you continue to love about them as your relationship progresses. They have a gigantic heart, and they wear their heart on their sleeve. And I feel like while we're on the topic of clothing, this is the type of person that would just give you the shirt off their back. And I mean, they would, of course, but I think what you love about them is that's kind of just something you could say about them in general. They don't have to know a person necessarily to be kind and caring toward them. They don't have to be like in a relationship with them or be related to them or anything to show a lot of compassion, and that's something you see in them right away. They give without the expectation of receiving anything in return, and I think that this person shows up for you in a really big way in the beginning of your relationship. So there might be something going on in your life when you first meet this person, and this person's able to like demonstrate some sort of sensitivity and understanding to you, whether they're actually helping you with something or just listening. I think this person is a great listener and very empathetic, and it could be that they just provide that listening ear for you whenever you're facing a challenge. So this is the type of person that you run to when there is a difficulty in your life. And this is something you know about them from the beginning, and probably something that becomes a part of your relationship. You know, whenever you're like in the thick of it, you can count on this person, and they will help you figure out a way, or they will listen to you and hold you and be compassionate. You see how this angel is like, the way that their arms are, it's like a hug. I think this person is like, they feel like a big hug, and they might even be like the best hugger in the world, and and love to just comfort you and hold you. And that might be something that you really love about your connection. I think this is really like the feeling of dependability is coming through very strong. So definitely somebody that you can depend on. And yeah, there is something like, I feel like the beginning of your relationship, there might be some way that they actually show up, and like, it feels like they really save you, or they really get you out of a bind. Like maybe you're stranded somewhere and you need a ride home. This is like they give you a ride home or something like that. Like there might be a literal way where you feel like, oh, thank you so much. You really saved me. Like I was really, I didn't know what I was going to do. There's kind of that energy coming through. I feel like another way that this person shows up for you consistently, and why you view them as sort of this like angel in your life, is that they give you really, really good advice. So this person comes across as somebody who's really wise and who's capable of providing you with solid guidance. And the interesting part of the energy that I'm picking up on from you is that you're not a person who just takes advice from anyone. Like you're very discerning, and it says something that you are willing to go to this person with your concerns, and that you actually want to hear what they're saying, and that most of the time, like, you totally agree. Like it really says something, because that's not how you usually feel. You usually find like some sort of issue with it. You think, well, they don't really understand, so they can't give me good advice, or I need to make my own mind up. And it's not that you don't have your own mind, you of course still do, but this person is like on the same page with you, and they provide you with advice that is tailored to you, and that feels really authentic to you. So if you take their advice, you'd be acting in a really authentic way, if that makes sense. This is someone who, like, you value their opinion right from the start, because that wisdom, you pick up on it. So they're almost like an earth angel to you, and they seem to like show up right when you need them the most. I feel like they show up right when you need them in the beginning of your relationship, and something that they continue to do. They're very intuitive. I think one thing you love about this relationship is it feels like there's a spiritual connection between the two of you. So it's like the two of you are tied or linked together in some deeper spiritual way, and it's something that you pick up on right from the beginning. Honestly, I think you get the feeling that there might be a past life connection with this person. Um, and beyond that, this person is like a super old soul. Like that comes through immediately, that they're an old soul, and they're wise beyond their years. They just seem to like have all of this knowledge and wisdom. But I do think that you kind of have a feeling, it's that feeling of home. That's what it is. You feel like this person is home to you. I think pretty early on in this connection. So I think that you're going to kind of have that thought like, whoa, have we known each other before? Like something seems familiar. Have we known each other? Have we maybe been together before? Like they just feel so familiar to you. The weird part is this card that you selected gives me that feeling. Like the Lover's card in this deck actually gives me that feeling because of the kind of otherworldly nature of this deck. The people who are depicted in this, they kind of have like this extraterrestrial type of like vibe to them, and that's almost like what I mean when I say home. Like when you meet somebody that it's like they're from the same planet, like they're on the same wavelength. They get me. Like we just like we know each other, but have we met? It's that kind of feeling with this person. I think that the best part about them is that they really listen to you and they remember all of the little details that you share with them, and you love that because that just like shows how caring they are, and they're able to really provide you with that great advice and wisdom because they know you like down to the core. We also have this scribe card come out, which is very interesting. So this person, this is kind of what gives me that feeling that they really listen, because the scribe is about preserving knowledge and information, and it's like when you tell them something about yourself, they absolutely remember it. Like they kind of hang on your every word, and they get to know you by listening to you. This is also an indication that this person might be a very talented writer, and this is something that you love and admire about them right from the beginning. This could be even writing music, poetry, novels, whatever it might be. So I do think that this person is very expressive through written word, and they might be somebody who can really open up and express all of their emotions and share everything that they're feeling through writing. So they might like write you love letters or something like that. I feel like they can really get down to like the depth of their feeling for you by writing it. That's a very romantic gesture too, if this comes in the form of love letters. I think that the messages that you exchange with this person have you falling in love with them right from the beginning. So even if this is someone who in the beginning of your relationship you're only communicating through like text message or some kind of messaging app or email or something, I think that the way that they write makes you fall in love with this person even if they're not like physically there. And that might be a like kind of an odd sensation for you to feel like, oh gosh, I think I really have strong feelings for this person, and potentially you haven't even met them or you haven't spent a lot of time with them physically, but there's this feeling of familiarity. There's this feeling of like knowing this person and feeling at home with them. So yeah, the beginning of your relationship might be defined by writing, by exchanging messages, and by communicating in maybe a non-traditional form with this person. But it's like this person is perfect for that because they can really express in that way. So they can really let you know how they're feeling, and you can really get to know each other in this. I almost feel like it's like the pressure's reduced. It's sort of like in a pressure-free setting for those of you that this relationship begins in that way. Let's see what else we can discover about what you love about this person or what you love about this connection as a whole. We have bubble gum. let's talk about this actually before I pull another card. So this bubblegum card, what this is telling me is that like the two of you are almost inseparable, really, really early on into your relationship, and that you enjoy spending time together. So I think that you become pretty attached to each other kind of quickly. And it's funny because even if this is through exchange of messages, that might be why I was picking up on that, like feeling like, well, this is kind of weird because I haven't really spent a lot of time around this person, but I feel so connected to them. It's that kind of vibe. Like, even if you're not in physical proximity with this person, you feel so connected to them. I think what makes you love that about this relationship is you don't have to wonder if this person wants to spend time with you, or if they want to talk to you, if they want to like message you. You never wonder that because they really make a point to make space for you in their life. They make it pretty obvious that they want to be around you and that they want to spend as much time with you as they possibly can. They make that perfectly clear to you. This card also is making me think about kissing with these lips. So yeah, this person might have really, really nice lips or be a great kisser. I'm also drawn to the lips on this Lovers card. They're like blue. Yeah. The lips are actually very defined in this card on both of these people. So I think you're very drawn to this person's mouth, whether that's because of the beautiful things that they say to you, or if it's because they have very beautiful lips and you enjoy kissing them. So yeah, they might be a great kisser. Oh, it might be that your lips are what's inseparable. Not just the two of you, but your lips. So maybe this is somebody that you can't stop kissing. Let's pull another card. We have Prairie. Great communication with this card, which is funny because we were just talking about like the lips, the mouth. So there's a connection between the words that you speak to each other and like this energy of communication. This is a person who's very open. They communicate and they express how they feel very, very freely with you. And you can communicate with each other very freely and feel comfortable expressing everything to this person. They're pretty much an open book, which is kind of a funny analogy with the scribe. Yeah, they're an open book. There's a lot of energy around like books and written words. So maybe the two of you connect over shared love of literature, or like a common, like maybe you have the same favorite book or something like that. Let's get into the tarot and see more about what your relationship is like with this person. We had the Strength card fly out right away. That's crooked and it's bugging me. Let's see, what is your relationship like? The Strength card is such a beautiful card because not only does it represent self-love, but it represents unconditional love and a lot of respect and courage. So I do think that there's a lot of like just open, loving, beautiful energy flowing between the two of you. And that's like a key factor in this connection. 9 of Crystals. So that's 9 of Pentacles energy. I feel like that card showed up in the last reading. Ace of Daggers. We were talking about open communication and being an open book, and I feel like that Ace kind of reinforces that. And also the fact that it's showing up as an Ace makes me think that this might be something new for one or both of you in this connection, like being able to communicate so freely and to express your feelings without fear of judgment might be a little bit of like something new for you. Let's get the bottom of the deck energy. We have the Chancellor of Crystals, so that's the Queen of Pentacles. I'm laughing because that devil card came out and we were talking about the bubble gum and the, like, you can't stop kissing this person being like a potential energy that's present in this connection, and then the devil card comes out. So yeah, there's a lot of attraction here. There's a lot of compassion and really sweet energy, and there's also a lot of attraction and a lot of desire for each other. So that's definitely present. Let's look at this. I feel like this connection is marked by a lot of self-love work that came before it. And I kind of feel like this angel energy kind of ties into that, because this person is just such a sweetheart. And I feel like you get to a place where you absolutely understand that you deserve somebody that sweet and that compassionate in your life. And it's just like a huge part of bringing this connection in for you. Just understanding what you are deserving of. This Six of Crystals, Six of Pentacles energy, this is that angel energy. This is that energy of the, like, this person is so loving and giving. And I believe that that's reciprocal in this relationship. The way this is depicted here, we have the scales in this card. So this is showing that there's like a balance. There's an even give and take. But I think that this person gives without expecting anything. And that makes you want to give to them more. So there's a lot of just really sweet energy of wanting to take care of each other, wanting to do the best thing for each other. Like I said, I think the Nine of Pentacles came out in another reading, and this was really, I'm kind of interpreting this in the same way for this reading. This is the energy of like you being able to maintain your own energy, your own interests, your own your independence in this relationship. Like, to me, that's a beautiful thing, because this shows that this is a relationship where you can totally be yourself. And we were kind of talking about that, like, they're an open book, you're an open book, the communication is great. And so I think that there's like this feeling that you can be yourself. You can have your own interests, you can have your own hobbies, you can have your own friends. You're free to be who you are, and still the two of you choose to be together because you love it. Like, you just love spending time around each other, but you don't have to conform, and you don't lose yourself in this connection. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles energy. That's another card that I think showed up in maybe reading one. This is somebody who really treats you like a queen or like royalty. Same energy that came out in the other reading. They do for you. They want to do for you. They want to provide for you, and you feel well taken care of in this relationship. You also feel very independent, and like you've got your own stuff. You're not at this person's mercy in any way, but they really want to care for you and nurture you. That nurturing energy of the Chancellor of Crystals or the Queen of Pentacles is really something that makes me think of family. Because the Queen is so nurturing and is so about like providing everything that those around her desire. This is the energy that I'm getting from this person. And also, this is like a strong indication that this might be somebody that you're interested in starting a family with. Certainly, with the devil energy, there could be baby making going on. I'll just be blunt. Yeah. Ace of Daggers kind of coming through like that as well, which is interesting. I think there really is a lot of passionate connection, and I think the two of you really connect on an intellectual level, and it's like a turn on, like how smart this person is and how much you can connect on like shared interests and things like that is a major turn on in this relationship. So wow. What am I seeing here? I see a lot of like blonde hair. That could be an indication of physical physical features. I also see, because this deck is just, this is just an interesting deck. So every person that you look at will probably have something that's a little bit like eye-catching about them. So you were drawn to this, and it might be that this person has something about them that's very eye-catching. Like I see tattoos, I see bright colored hair. If they don't actually have these sort of attributes, you might, for one. And another, it's more that I think this person really catches your attention. There's something about them that's very eye-catching, even if that's just to you. Something very, very eye-catching. What was I going to say? Oh, I also think that there's a strong indication of a lot of abundance here in this relationship. The two of you might be very abundant and accomplished individually, and then collectively even more with all this crystals energy that came out. Even the devil card, the throne that the devil is on is like a crystal cluster. So it's really giving me a lot of earth energy in this deck. Yeah. There's a lot of room for abundance. I'm trying to pull you there we go. There we go. I was trying to pull you a Romance Angels card, and the cards weren't talking. So we have You Deserve Love. I feel like we were talking about that. And we have Romantic Feelings. Yeah, this person gets you all mushy and gushy and ooey and gooey inside. Like, I'm not even gonna, I can't even say it any other way because it's just so sweet. They really appeal to that like tender part of you. And I feel like earlier we were talking about this element of self-love and like you coming to the realization before this connection comes into your life, you're like really getting clear on what you want out of a relationship and what you deserve to have. And that's that strength. That's the strength card. And then when this person shows up, it makes it even more abundantly clear to you. Like that's what I've been missing. That's what I deserve. And this card is just reinforcing that. So this person's giving you everything that you deserve. This person is showing up in a way that doesn't feel like you're being slighted. It feels like you are finally being loved, being considered, being heard, being nurtured and held the way that you want to be. Even being kissed the way that you want to be. They're kind of checking all the boxes here. So yeah, I think that's all the messages I see for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you liked this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like it, leave me a comment down below, and hit the subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye. Hi, number 4. If you were drawn to the Muse Tarot, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out all about your next big relationship. So let's jump in with your oracle cards. I wanted to take a minute in the beginning of the reading to find out some of the things that you might love about this person, things that maybe initially draw you to this person, but also things that maybe you love about them as your relationship progresses. So let's find out what attributes about this person are really drawing you and are you loving. So we have Trickster. That's really interesting energy. And we also have King. Okay. I think that there's something about this person that's really different. And I do have to say that, like, for some reason in your reading, this hasn't happened in the other readings, but for some reason I'm seeing like what initially attracts you to this person. And I'm also seeing very clearly what are things that you learn about this person as your relationship progresses. Because they're very different. I think you immediately pick up on this first energy of the Trickster, and then later learn about this King energy that this person possesses. So what is really initially drawing you to this person is there's something different about them. Like there's something that stands out to you as different. So this might be somebody who doesn't fit into like whatever your usual type is. If you feel like you have a type, maybe you don't really feel like you have a type, but you kind of always find yourself dating people who are into these certain things or are like whatever certain height or have a certain color hair, something like that. But this person's completely different in some way, something that you don't expect, something that kind of shakes things up for you. So it might not be a physical difference. It could be that the two of you come from different backgrounds. It could also be that you've had very different life experiences. So you're just drawn to the parts of them that are kind of foreign to you. It could be something like that. But I think that you love that this person brings something new to the table, and it's something that you pick up on very early on. This is also somebody with a very good sense of humor, and they really make you laugh and you enjoy that. So you're really into this person's it's like their personality. So this isn't necessarily an attraction that starts out physically. It could, like I was saying, there could be something different or eye-catching about their appearance that does draw you in, but I think you are more drawn to this person's to elements of their personality that are a lot of fun. This person is a lot of fun. You really appreciate their humor, and you appreciate this bright, lighthearted energy and playful energy that they bring to any situation that they're in. The thing about them is they don't take themselves too seriously, and it's actually interesting because we have this king energy here, but this is someone who definitely doesn't take themselves too seriously. They know how to laugh at themselves. They might like crack jokes at their own expense a lot of the time, and I think they really make you laugh with that. They know how to lighten the mood. So if you're in like a really tense or uncomfortable situation, they will definitely, they'll crack a joke or they'll do something to lighten the mood and to kind of take the pressure off. And you love that about them. And this is like something that you knew about them right away. This could even be if you're kind of in this person's orbit, like maybe you work with them or you've gone to school with them or something. I think you see them doing this maybe even before you start talking to them romantically. You're like, I like them. They're funny. They always make me laugh, even when it's inappropriate, even when I shouldn't be laughing, or even when I was in a really bad mood. They can always kind of lift my spirits. You love that about them. What I also see about this person is they can be very spontaneous. Okay, like they don't like boring. They don't do boring. They like to shake things up. They like for things to be exciting. They like for a little bit of variety to be available to them. And if it's not there, they will create it. They're interesting that way. They're creative in that way. And I feel like this is someone who probably doesn't work a traditional job. If they do, they have definite ideals about not working in a traditional setting. So even if they have a very good job, and again, I'm drawn back to this king energy, so there is kind of an indication that they might have a very good job, that they might make a lot of money, that they might be very successful. But I feel like this is somebody who might not work traditional hours or might not work in a traditional setting. So they may work from home. They might have the kind of job that allows them to work from anywhere. They might work in an environment that allows them a lot of freedom and creativity. Maybe they work in a creative field. And I'm thinking of like those offices that are like super hip and like open concept, and everybody just kind of like hangs out. Like it's not structured. It's not like cubicle setting. I feel like this is the type of thing that this person wouldn't like. And if they do work in that sort of setting, they try to bring in as much variety and spontaneity to the other like elements of their life as often as they can, because they really have this this need for the spice of life and for variety. I feel like what's interesting is there's a certain amount of trust that I'm picking up on with this connection. Like you trust this person completely. And at the same time, you never know what to expect from them. So it's very interesting energy. And I think this is something that as your relationship progresses, as you get to know this person a little bit better, and this could happen in just like the space of a week. It's not something I think takes you long to discover about them, but it's like they have this wild side to them. They have this crazy side, but they also have this really stable king energy. So what's interesting is you can really enjoy all of the variety that they bring to life, that spontaneous side, that wild side of them, without ever having to worry, because they have this stability as well. You know, you can trust them. You know that they make good decisions. You know that they're responsible. So this trickster energy isn't coming through as someone who's very irresponsible or who's like wild beyond all belief and can't be controlled and like acts like a child. I think they do have a childlike side to them, but they also have this very responsible side. They take their responsibilities very seriously. For some reason, this king makes me think of the King of Pentacles. Of all the kings, this is definitely King of Pentacles energy, very grounded, earth energy, very stable. This is an abundant king. So like I was saying, this is somebody who, like, they know how to make money. This would be somebody who, even if they don't work a traditional job, maybe they aren't even like traditionally employed, where people kind of look at them like, well, what do you even do? They know how to make money. They might be somebody that like invests their money, or they're an entrepreneur, they start their own businesses, something like that. They know how to make money. I feel like they have all of their responsibilities taken care of, and they also like to bring in a lot of that. I'm trying to think of another word for it, because spontaneous and wild just keeps coming to mind. But, you know, they like to bring in an unpredictable energy. Yeah, I feel like whatever they do, they're successful at it. This is somebody who's a born leader. They have that boss energy, like real boss energy, but they don't let their power go to their head. So like I was saying, they don't take themselves that seriously. They're not pushy. They're not egotistical. They don't try to like just trample right over you. They know how to have fun. They know how to relate to people. They're very down to earth. I think you like how they have this stability to them and this dependability, but also that they have this really fun side to them, because that energy can, it can feel like it's stuffy, and that's not them at all. Not at all. They really, I don't know. I feel like this person's like 1 in a million here. Like there's something so interesting about them, and it's not the kind of thing that you see all the time. Somebody who's able to be successful, take care of all their responsibilities, and still have a lot of fun and keep things interesting. So let's see what else comes through. What else you like about this person, what you love about them, or what you love about this relationship. Okay, we have the Thunder card. Let me pull one more, and then we will talk about that. We also have Squirrel. Okay. If that's not a repeated message, I don't know what is. So spontaneity is again being kind of thrown at us here with this Thunder card. This person catches you by surprise all the time. They may literally surprise you with little gifts, with maybe trips, unexpected trips that you didn't plan on taking. They might show up like at your job or at your house or something unexpectedly with flowers. They like to surprise you. They love surprising you. And some of the sweet things that they will do for you, you will never see coming. Like I feel like they never cease to amaze you. It's funny because I feel like this person almost teaches you how to love being surprised. I feel like you might be the type of person that doesn't really like surprises, or maybe you've had some like not so great surprises in the past and you would rather know what's going on. This is somebody, if you're in that boat, this is someone that they keep you in a place of looking forward to the next surprise because they know how to cater to like your preferences. They know exactly what you would like, exactly what's going to be thrilling. They think about everything. That's kind of like that king energy. Like sometimes the reason that spontaneous people or people who like to surprise you are no fun at all, and you don't want to seem like you're ungrateful, but it's like it seems like they didn't think it through. Like like they want to surprise you and take you somewhere, and you're like, but don't you know that I have this other commitment? Like we already talked about this, so I can't possibly do that, you know? So it kind of steals the romance and like the great side of the surprise. This is somebody who's always thinking, they're planning, they're very grounded and stable in that way. So they're not going to throw a surprise at you that makes no sense. They will have taken care of everything. And if an issue arises in your mind, like, well, I can't do that because I don't have, you know, like a cat sitter or whatever it might be, you know, I didn't tell my roommate or whatever, they've already taken care of it. Whatever might be a hindrance to making the surprise a great thing, they've already taken care of it. They've already thought of it. So that thunder energy is really a reiteration of this trickster energy. And then we have the squirrel, which the squirrel is about saving. It's about planning. So this is really that grounded energy, that responsible energy combined with the impulsive and spontaneous nature again. So this is really something about this person. It's something that you learn to love about them. Like I say learn because I think initially you don't even know this about them. They might come across as somebody who's a little bit flighty and who's like just a jokester, like someone who's fun to be around, but they're not very responsible. But you quickly find out that this person is very, very responsible. I wouldn't be surprised if this person has a lot of earth and fire in their chart, because that's kind of how this is coming through. So they might have like a fire sign sun, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and like an earth sign moon, like their moon's in Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or vice versa. I wouldn't be surprised if that's how their chart lays out, because that's the energy. That's what's coming through here. Very fiery, passionate, spontaneous, and very grounded at the same time. So this is the type of person that they wouldn't plan a spontaneous vacation with no money in the bank. They would never do that. They would make sure that all their bills are paid. They would make sure that all their ducks are in a row. But they also like to have fun, and they break the rules, and they challenge the idea that just because you're really successful or just because you're in a position of power that you have to be really stuffy and uptight. They don't feel like that at all. They have kind of like a coolness about them, I want to say. Yeah, like they know they're a boss too. That's the thing. They know they're a boss. I've already dropped 2 cards, so that's how this is going. Yeah. Let me shuffle this, and we're going to look in the tarot and see kind of like what your relationship with this person is like. I can tell you there's some spontaneity to it, clearly, because this person doesn't know how to do it any other way. We have the Knight of Emotions. Okay, that's too many. So this is somebody who will make romantic gestures towards you. The 8 of Voices came out in reverse. That's 8 of Swords. They will make romantic gestures towards you with that Knight of Emotions. And I feel like we're kind of discussing that. Like, they will plan the spontaneous thing. They will surprise you, and they'll let you know how they feel. So your relationship with them will keep you guessing, will keep you on your toes. 8 of Wands, 8 of Inspiration. 10 of Inspiration. That's 10 of Wands energy. I'm going to pull one more. feel like this one wanted to come out too. It's a 3 of Pentacles. This is so many cards though, because I was going to take the bottom of the deck. So, yeah, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there, because I'm seeing the message here that's coming through. So this person is very open to you, very emotionally available, and I actually see, I think the two of you you do like to chill and kind of relax together. So I want to point that out. But what I'm seeing here with this, this 10 of inspiration following the 8 of inspiration, so that's 8 of wands energy and then the 10 of wands energy coming right after it. I think that this connection happens really, really fast. And I think that that's probably because this person has that spontaneous side to them. They have that like all in side. They're a gambler. Like they are willing to take a chance. And I think that sometimes they're that fiery energy about them can kind of scare you. So I think that this is somebody who is all in. It's like that thunder. It's like a thunderclap. It's startling to you. So it's someone who is all in, but it can almost feel like too much to you sometimes. And I think that this is the beginning energy. This is before you realize that they have that stability to them. But it can be a little bit like, it feels like a bit of a burden to you for a minute. I'm not going to lie. It feels like, whoa, slow down. Like, we can't just go off here. We can't just, I think this person they're going to want to move in together really fast. They want to do everything really fast. And I do think that you have this side of you that's like, can we slow down just a little bit? Because it just might take you a little bit longer to process all of this. But this is somebody who's used to making moves. When they see what they want, they go for it immediately. What I'm seeing here is that the two of you work really well together. There's a lot of like teamwork and cooperation after a period of getting to know each other and getting to know like how the other one works, because I think that it's a matter of speed. This person goes so fast, you go a little bit slower. I feel like even if you think you're a person who is ready to go, you want to rush in, when you meet this person, they go at a speed you hadn't really imagined. And you're like, hey, even for me, this is a little bit fast. Can we slow this down? But they're very upfront about their feelings for you. And they are very ready to go. But I do see the two of you working through that and kind of developing a better understanding of the pacing that is comfortable for each of you. We had this 8 of voices come out in reverse. So there is kind of a feeling of, I think this is on both of your ends. I think that there's a feeling of both of you kind of releasing some of your limiting beliefs when it comes to relationships. And I think you do it in very different ways. So I'm thinking for your person, they may be somebody that didn't really see themselves settling down, because they do move really fast through the world. They do everything really fast, and they might not have thought of themselves as somebody who would just settle down with one person and be completely content. But when you come into their lives, it switches something up for them. And I feel like the same thing is happening for you, maybe about a different aspect of this relationship. Maybe it has to do with the speed this person wants to move. Maybe it has to do with your limiting beliefs when it comes to a relationship working out. Like this being actually something that can work out and something that you can have. But it feels like the release of this emotion and the willingness to move forward with this Knight of Emotions here is what kind of breaks both of you out of a cycle of limiting beliefs. Because the 8 of Voices can be like, it's kind of the feeling of being trapped in a prison that isn't really there. And so it's like, I think from past experiences, you might be kind of trapped in this feeling of like, this is how relationships go, or this is all I can have, or this is how people act. It might even be your first impressions of this person, because they can come across as someone who's irresponsible, and they're actually very responsible. So it's like, I think there's a lot, you're kind of changing your mind. You're changing your mind about them. They're changing their mind about what they're willing to give in a relationship. But I do think that the speed, it's sort of it's giving me that 10 of Wands energy. It's their speed. It's the willingness, which you would think wouldn't bother you. But I do think that because this person is so spontaneous, it does kind of startle you. And then I'm seeing you kind of like take a step back and let them know that you need to slow down. And then I see the two of you working very well together at that point. Let's see what else we can pull. I think what I'm picking up from this reading more than any of the others is that this relationship moves super, super fast. I feel like even once you kind of slow it down a little bit, it's still really fast. Like, it's startling in some way. Yeah. You had the wedding card come out. So, right as I'm saying that, is this I feel like I feel like the commitment level that happens really on in this relationship is intense. This could be a case of getting married super fast and eloping. If not that, it's just there's commitment. There's serious commitment happening. 8 of Wands speed here. We had religious factors. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder if, so your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Maybe this person wants to get married really fast. Maybe they, they believe that the two of you should be married, maybe before living together or something, and it kind of rushes things. Or this could be religious factors on your end, maybe some kind of traditional mindset or belief. We have flirt, so there's a lot of flirtatious energy between the two of you. Really interesting reading. I think this person, like, they threw me for a loop, and I'm not even in it. So I totally get you kind of being in this like, whoa, this is a lot. I need to slow down. But the thing about this person's totally genuine and totally willing. And once you see that they have this king energy, and like I was saying, it's like King of Pentacles energy. It's like totally reliable, totally dependable. Once you see that, you really change your mind about this person. You understand them, and the two of you can formulate a plan that works for you and works for your relationship. But yeah, I think they come across as a little bit flighty, because you're like, you can't be serious, right? You're not serious. And they are. That's what's funny about this. They're totally serious. So a lot of commitment right out of the gate. They surprise you in every way. We were talking about that, but I think the biggest surprise is how open they are about their emotion, how quickly they want to move things forward with you. That's probably the biggest surprise that they throw your way, and the thing you might be in like absolute disbelief about. But that's them. And I think it's about like putting your heads together and learning each other. And then it's actually a really beautiful relationship, and there's a lot of love, and there's a lot of stability here. As crazy as it all sounds, it turns out there's a lot of stability. So yes, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I'm losing light rapidly, so hopefully you can see the cards clearly enough. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you liked this reading, if you resonated with any part of this, don't forget to like it, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again really soon in another reading. Bye!